Hey everyone, it's Rowena Patton here on the Real Estate News Radio, and we've got some amazing agents around the table today. And we're going to talk about, is it worth waiting until the spring? Yes, we're hearing it every day. We're waiting till the leaves are on the trees. If you're in Florida, you've still got leaves on the trees. But oh gosh, the market's hopping now. The market isn't hopping because it's South Florida. What do we do? Do we wait? Let's throw it over to Melissa in Connecticut. How you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing great, Ro. Thanks for having me on.
Do you hear the same thing? Are you hearing the same thing over there in Tallinn, Connecticut?
So yeah, my name is Melissa Rolland. I'm from Tallinn, Connecticut, and it is hopping right now. There's not a ton of houses on the inventory. Inventory is very, very low. So buyers are still out there and shopping and putting down offers. So it's with the lack of inventory, there's definitely still deals happening. So get in now.
So do you feel like if you were a home seller, because many of them, you're in Tallinn, Connecticut, I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, you've got leaves off the trees right now. We have deciduous trees. A lot of my home sellers are saying, oh, I'll just give it until March or April. My market, we're going to have a flood of more homes on the market. I don't have that many right now, but we do have 2 or 3 times what's been on the market, since a year ago. We have more homes on the market, so there's already more competition. I feel like in March or April, we're going to see a lot more homes come on the market, so get it on now. The buyers don't care whether the leaves on the trees. They want to buy a house.
Absolutely true. And also what we find is that the buyers that are out there now are a more serious buyer. They're not looky-loos, just kind of kicking tires to see what's out there. They're ready to get into a new house.
Yes, so get in before the rest. Stephen Paletti over in Carmel in Northern California. What's the weather like there today, Stephen?
It's beautiful and sunny, and I wish I was heading out to the golf course.
And what would you say to all your sellers? Are you hearing the same thing? We're going to wait until the spring, or do you have a seasonal market? Do you have less homes on the market now? What are they saying?
Well, we do have a lack of inventory, which seems to make a difference in terms of market activity. But California, particularly in this particular area, is a high demand area, and we see less of a decline in value than in other parts of the country. But I would also say that we still are in a declining market. So to wait, I think, is to see a decrease in value. So if you're thinking about selling, now is the time to put it on the market.
And to put that in perspective, Stephen's market is looking to increase by about 2% in the next 12 months. Tell me, guys, if I'm getting all these figures right. Melissa Rowland in Connecticut is #1 in the country in the forecast, and that's going up about 7% in the next year. Wah, wah, wah. Here's Row in Asheville, North Carolina. Much of our market in Western North Carolina is going down about the same as Melissa is going up. So we're down 6 or 7%. And then I want to throw it over to Scott, who's not so far away in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey everybody, Scott Carpenter, Charlotte, North Carolina here. Yeah, I'm kind of in Rose spectrum on the decline. We're down a good solid 5 to 8% all over my area here in Mecklenburg County, Union County.
So should they wait, Scott? Should they wait until what's going to happen in April? You've been in real estate a long time.
Yeah. So what's already happened is year over year, we have twice as many listings as now than we did last year at this time. And if you're going to wait for spring, you're just going to have even more competition. So right now you have plenty of competition. So I would try to beat that competition, get on the market now, because if the market's going to keep declining, it's just going to cost you money every month at the end of the day.
Yeah, you've got a forecast like me of between 6 and 8%, depending on which part of Charlotte. So
Yep.
if you look at that for a second, even if at 6% decline, that's 0.5% every month. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're in a $500,000 or $1 million house, each month it's starting to track up. And I think the real problem is that sellers are like, oh, we'll put it on at 800,000 because that's what it was worth last year. Whereas other people who actually need to move, you may not be desperate. You may not need to move. It's okay. We get it. But about a third to a half of the people who are listing actually need to sell the house. So they're going to reduce their price until it sells, which is actually what causes all of these price drops, because you've got so much supply out there and not enough demand. That's what causes the price drops. So eventually you're either going to have to delist, and we've got record number of people across the country delisting as well, taking the listing off the market and waiting for a year. Guys, if you're in a declining market, it's going to be 2 or 3 years until Scott and I go down. Deborah, I want to go over to Deborah Morgan, who's in Utah. How are you doing, Deborah?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on the show.
And what are you finding over there over in Utah?
What I'm seeing in my area in Cache County, Utah, which is the home of Utah State University, we're seeing a lot of people that, like you said, delisted their homes in November and December. And when I'm speaking to these people, they're all telling me the same thing. They're waiting until spring. So if you have a home for sale, now's the time to list it, because you're going to have a lot more competition come spring. And if you're a buyer, again, now's the time to look to buy a home, because you're going to have more competition in spring. There will be more homes on the market, but you'll also have more buyers out there looking.
So why does everybody wait? If you're serious, get out there. It's not like, oh, let's just go and look at that's what you were talking about with tire kickers before. Let's just go and look at some houses at the weekend. You want the serious buyers. Selling a house is not for the faint of heart. And of course, got to say, thank you so much, everybody. We, of course, have our full market value cash offer, which if you don't want to go through all these showings, you don't want any of this hassle or deal with all of us agents out there, we can do a full market value offer for you. Just get in touch. Give us a call 24/7, 828-333-4483, 828-333-4483. If you prefer a website to go to, you can go to realestatenewsradio.com, realestatenewsradio.com. Anytime, any day, you can see all the episodes on there and where to get in touch with any of us. We've got a big team all around the country that can help you with this, and we're standing by. We'll see you on the radio next week.